as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. This is the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, part of the college football playoffs. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Crumbstreet. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And here's the return from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Fresno State Bulldogs offense comes on the field first today. This is going to be a tremendous showdown. Strength versus strength. This quarterback's having a monster year, but this is a high-powered defense, the best he's seen. Can't wait to see what happens, Kirk.
Yeah, Chris, this is going to be what you really hope to see is this quarterback who can do it all. Can he deal with the intense pressure that this defense is going to put on him? Talking to the defensive coordinator this week, they feel that they can really rattle the quarterback by putting a lot of pressure on him, giving him a lot of different looks. Let's see how it plays out.
So quickly, all the way up to the 36, and it's first down. Offense looking to throw the ball. And the ball is hauled in.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
And that play moves the ball across midfield. First down now from the 42. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Short throw to the back, an easy completion. They finally stop him, and not before he gets to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 play coming up. Back in motion now. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on 1st down. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. And he drops back in the gun. The tight end has got it, and he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. 3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And they'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So Michigan's offense gets their first crack now. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
They test the middle there, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Back to throw. It's Baker. Caught over the middle. They bring him down to the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
On 1st down, it's play action. With the catch, it's Hoffman. And that's a fullback making the catch. That was not a big concern with this defense when they built the game plan, but maybe they have to shift the focus.
Yeah, they have to, because this guy's athletic enough to be able to make that catch. This guy pounds those shoulders in to make blocks play after play. I think it's very nice to be able to see him finally show what he can do catching a ball like this. Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka, Tyrone Wheatley, and Leroy Hoare. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Trying to find some room. It's Ray. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game. All the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
Oh, it's picked off. What a play.
Well, they're rewarded for going to this nickel package, getting more awareness on the field with that fifth defensive back, and a nice job of coming up with this interception.
Play action here on first down. Receiver makes the grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Short completion there. Second down coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Swarmed with a pass rush. A sack.
I talk a lot about defensive ends arguably being some of the best athletes on the field. Here's an example of a guy that's just too quick off the edge for the offensive line to be able to contain. He got in there in a heartbeat and came up with that sack.
Quick throw to the left side. He makes the grab. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down. Well, Kirk, Fresno State has the lead here, and the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Checks this down to the running back.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Tackle made at the 36. It'll be first down. This offense in good position here. First down here for this offense. Looking to throw it again. Running back has it on the screen now. In the clear at the 25. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
Well, I love watching these linebackers fly around, doing a good job of reading their keys. Saw the guard pulling, shot through that A-gap, was able to blow this play up.
So from the 9-yard line, it's second and goal. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. And he never had a chance. Tackled in the backfield.
Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield to rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play.
They'll look to throw it on third and goal. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Now comes the field goal unit. That one right down the middle. And they add to their lead. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Back to throw. It's Baker. And they get to completion. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Greasy had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history. It's good that they're leaning on it.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. And the player is down injured after that last play. They take a timeout or they check him out. That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Stewart. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
The defense does a nice job of forcing the quarterback here to be patient by playing zone. They run a crossing route. Defense is there, but not able to break up the catch.
On the run, it's Ray. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points. The Wolverines lining up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's wide open. Look out. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half, and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. Now it's 3rd down and goal for the offense. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment for this important play. So 4th down now from the 3. They'll go for it. Can the defense rise up for a big stop? Looking to throw. It's Baker. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan, as they fight back here in this playoff game. So with playoff pressure curve, the offense executes a long, winding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The pass rush closing in. And they'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
Well, the defense does a great job here of pressuring the quarterback, but I got to give the quarterback a lot of credit. Instead of taking a negative play, he shows you his athletic ability and fights out and gets all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And it's caught wide open with room to run. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Pass is caught, and he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Looking for the wide out. The pass is incomplete. We're down to just 4 seconds remaining. And here comes the punter onto the field. Now it's a high kick. He hit it straight up. And this one will be fair caught. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. Exciting, action-packed, enormous drama. Talk about a first half of football. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They had the break to make some adjustments. Let's see if they can get something going here to start the third quarter. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Just a short gain this time. We're able to get him down.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. When he's got some space here. The return man flashing his elusive speed. They finally get him, but it's a big gain. Here comes the Fresno State offense back on the field. The offense starts with a short field. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Wow, they get positive yards here. You have a sense that they wanted a little bit more of that pitch and catch.
That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Took contact on the throw.
I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. The quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
He made it. 3 points on the board. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Gonna run it. It's Ray. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Dropping back. It's Baker. Makes the grab. It's Ray. Making people miss. He rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. and it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
So the call is defensive holding, and that's a big boost for this offense. The Wolverines starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And the running back takes the handoff. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you slow the offense.
The pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here. Will hand it off. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49. That gain makes it 2nd and medium. The shotgun handoff here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Caught quickly. Breaking free at the 35. He made the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback could put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Well, Fresno State has the lead here, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets where we have a chance. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards.
False start on offense.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15 now. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Extending the play now. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back, make it tougher on the quarterback, make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback. Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Let's take a deep shot here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Finally, they make the tackle, but this defense reeling after a huge explosive play. So quickly, with one explosive play, this offense is set up just outside the 30. Short pass finds the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
High completion makes it second and medium. A play action looking to throw. The receiver makes the catch. He's in the clear. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run. The offense really clicking here. 3 plays, and suddenly it's 1st and goal. Handoff here from the shotgun. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. The Wolverines come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Dropping back, it's Baker. With pressure and get him, the loss back to the 7-yard line. The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. Almost had it in the end zone for a huge pick. Instead, the offense has one chance on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. The Fresno State offense is back on the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 2nd down after that completion. Pounding away with the run game. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a 1st down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. 1st down and 10 now. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Now it's 2nd down here. He's looking to throw. Contact as he threw it. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a 1st down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. He'll hand it off. He gets loose. Got the 1st down and still motoring. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And the quarterback just takes a knee. Playoff game on the line here. Can the offense play keep away and secure the victory? There's the handoff. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
And the quarterback will take a knee. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to wrap it up. The loser starts the offseason. The winner moves on. And so do we. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.